Hello again, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. Since last time, you'll notice I've lost a bunch of humanity and I'm wearing completely different stuff and all that. I sincerely tried to see if I could arrange a build or, anything to kill Kalameet while he's in the air without having it take forever, and I just couldn't. I don't have the intelligence build to do the sorcery style video I saw on that one fellow's channel. But if you want to see it, just type into Google, kill Kalameet in the air. It should show up. It's a video from back in July. So I'm gonna fight them the way they intended to fight them, by enlisting some help from Hawkeye Guff.
A visitor, have we? Thou must be the one who freed Artorias. That old friend he was. Thanks to thee, he left this world with honor intact. And here I am, retired and blind. Of little help to thee, I'm afraid.
Sells some carvings, sells prism stones, sells titanite at the same rate as the giant blacksmith, and he sells Guff's great arrows. Great arrow used by Hawkeye Guff, one of Lord Gwyn's 4 knights for dragon slaying. Requires great bow. Guff personally crafts each stone tip and wraps that shaft tightly with tree bark. Okay, sure, I'll buy 2 of them, why not?
Dragons shall never be forgotten. We knights fought valiantly, but for every one of them, we lost 70 of our own. Exhilaration, pride, hatred, rage. The dragons teased out our dearest emotions. Thou will understand one day. At our twilight, old thoughts return in great waves of nostalgia. There's very little to be said. What good is a dog with no hairs to hunt? But I'm lucky to be alive, I suppose. Farewell, human. Lead thy life as thou seest fit. Good morrow. Is the black dragon posing thee duress?
Hell yeah!
Yes, I thought as much. He's called Kalameet. Ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Anna Londo dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but thy intent is to persevere to the bitter end. Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness? I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch, and see how Goff hunts dragons.
I love this cutscene. I think it's my favorite one in all of Dark Souls 1.
Yes, a truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling.
Oh, I'll be back. And it won't take me too long, Guff. Let's see though. I want to be able to move fast. And I want... Oh, I guess I want my spells to linger. I also cleaned up my inventory a little bit. The method employed by that fellow involved switching items and rings out quickly. And, I don't know, I don't have the patience to get good enough to do it. And also, you really need to trigger the red tearstone ring. You need to kill Kalameet within 4 casts to make it work, really. But, oh well. Now, the advantage to fighting Kalameet the way they intend for you to fight him is that you can cut off his tail.
You? Is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
No.
Yes, of course. I must not be presumptuous. Artorius would not have approved.
Well, Kieran, sorry.
You humans, always taking what you please. But how? You humans, my dear, are...
Now, I normally don't like killing NPCs, but if you give her the soul, I think she only gives you 1 of her daggers. And then you can't get her gear set, so... it's better to kill her. Besides, would you really let her live the rest of her life heartbroken? She was very in love with Artorius. It was a mercy killing. If you hear a dog whining, one of my dogs is at the door. I'd let her in, but she's already been up here. She keeps trying to get on my table. I'm gonna wait for power within to wear off before I go through, and then I'm going to use it again when I get down to the bottom. Also, as far as Kalameet's tail cuts goes, it's pretty much the hardest one to do in the game. It's at least as hard, if not harder, than the Sanctuary Guardians. And I'd say harder just because Kalameet is more dangerous. But well, that's just my opinion, so. Hey look, there's one of my bloodstains from an earlier attempt. Hey buddy. Wanna hit me with some fire breath? Oh. I don't want you to hit me with fire breath, guy. He's really not that hard, but cutting his tail off is actually really difficult because, well, come on, man. This is the Calamity thing. You get a little debuff, you take double damage while you have this debuff. It's very, well, it's another thing that makes him kind of difficult to deal with. I don't know, cut your tail, please? Tail, please. You can just hit his feet over and over again, really. Like, stay under him, kind of like Sith. But if you want to cut his tail off, you gotta get him to trigger a certain move. He's a major pain. I've done the tail cut once. Like, that would be a good time to try to do it. Thank you. I do not want to be Calamitied again. It's got a pretty cool theme, at least. Oh, that would be... probably need a faster weapon. Oh, he got me. Could be worse. I think I'll try to cut his tail off 2 more times. And if I can't get it, then I'm just gonna kill him. Because he's not... Yeah, he's not hard to kill at all. I guess the dark sword two-handed would have an attack that would work just fine. It's kind of funny. Kalameet was actually one of those things I never realized even existed. The first few times I played through the DLC, because I was not good at spotting shinies or ramps or you know. Anything really. Did you not? Hey there, nice doggy. Oh, come on. I just want to cut off your tail, you fiery bitch. Just attack me with your tail, damn it. Like, this is the entire reason they put this boss in the game, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's one hit. Oh, you're such a mean... It's 2 hits. Oh, come on. Okay, so I guess if I want to provoke at his tail attack, I gotta last through his dive. I want him to do his dive, and I want to wind up behind him. Seems legit. I guess this episode, regardless of how long it takes, will go up. I honestly spent too many episodes doofing with him. And too long doofing with him, really. I had never tried to kill him the unintended way before, and that's no picnic, you know? I'd like to be able to move fast, but I'd also like to be able to, I don't know, kill this stupid dragon and cut off his tail. I'm not gonna even bother with buffs. Why don't you dive at me, you whore? Why you turn? Don't turn anymore. Ooh, you suck. Do you reckon he's black because he was naturally black, or do you think he's black because he got some abyss shit on him? And it corroded his scales and wings to some extent. Dive at me. Dive at me. Not fire breath. Dive at me. Or slam at me with your tail or something. Yeah, whatever. You just don't want to give up your stupid tail, that's all. Of course, now you do the dive. When I can't live through it to be in position for the tail. The great sword you get when you cut his tail off is it's called the Obsidian Great Sword, and it's I think it's infamous in like Twink builds or Invader builds or something. You get it, you go up somewhere, you know, like the rafters in Anor Londo or somewhere in Sense Fortress. You do the R2. It's this giant like fire wave around the caster. It's really pretty cool. I'd love to show it off, but I'd have to cut off this fucker's tail. He's got 5,400 HP, so I have to deal 540 damage to his tail. At the right position on his tail, too. really annoying. I assume it would be relatively easy to cut his tail off if you brought in co-op help, had a co-operator, you know, distract him for you, run up behind him as much as possible. I'm gonna slap your hand for that. Don't you want to dive? Why would you attack like that? Your designer really made it too hard to cut your damn tail off. You know, I don't know. I'm just gonna kill him. This is too annoying. Attempting the tail cut's just too annoying. You'd think it would be easier to do with something ranged, like a sorcery or something. Maybe. The set damage on like a pyromancy would probably be ideal. Like if you can hit... It's as simple as doing 540 damage to his tail. If you can hit his tail. Pretty much any high-level sorcery or pyromancy is capable of that. I don't know. There's nothing else to say, really. Cutting off his tail doesn't make his fight any harder or easier, because he barely uses it.